Today, we're running with Satana. You understand me? Monday, July 14th. It's a beautiful fucking day to be alive. Except you are there, cocksucker. You understand me? Lee Syatt, what's happening?
I'm in the house. I don't know.
I see you. With
I have about 7 more minutes.
You see you with your little green shirt on and shit, looking good. You put some gel in your hair, dude.
No, I just cut it, but it's good.
You got a little fucking sun down there and your year anniversary. How did it feel?
It was great. It's crazy how fast the year goes. It's crazy to think about what would have happened if I never met her. But it was awesome. It's
What would have happened if you didn't meet her?
Fuck. Maybe
you would have still been fucking looking at Ashley when she was sleeping and shit.
I would have been fucking hanging out with people I didn't want to hang out with and masturbating a lot. But it's I actually did want to talk about. I don't know about you guys, but especially when I first started dating, I would do whatever the girl wanted to do. It wasn't even a question, and I was never really happy. But even on our anniversary weekend, we went down and saw Steve on Friday night, and she loves comedy, but she's seen Steve, and I could have, if she had said I don't really want to do that, I wouldn't have been surprised. But she was really cool with it. We went and got food after, and it's I know there's a lot of guys out there who do the same thing. Whatever the girl wants to do, it's just immediately yes, because you want to have sex with them and stuff, and you want them to like you. But when you have a cool girl and who does what both of you want to do, it's a lot more fun. So I don't know. I had a great weekend.
You're a different savage and shit. You get yourself a girlfriend for a while. You're on Match.com.
Yeah,
you're lonely and shit. And look at you.
Hell yeah.
You're in love. You got your little green shirt on. You're slinging dick.
Yeah, I was telling you, I used to hate Saturday nights, Friday and Saturday nights, especially when I lived in Boston. Especially, I wouldn't go out because the fucking walk in LA, you can drive around and kind of pretend you don't see it. But in fucking Boston or New York or Chicago, when you have to walk around and you're bumping into all the couples and you're by yourself with the fucking pizza or something, you're like, God damn, this is fucking. The rest of the week, it's not that bad. Friday and Saturday night can suck when you're single.
So how do you feel now in contrast to a year ago? Do you look forward to seeing her on Friday? I mean,
yeah, I look forward to seeing her on the weekends. I feel great. She's great. Every once in a while, you're like, it would be nice to have a weekend alone, but not really. What am I gonna do? So we don't really do much. Sometimes I feel bad, like she's gonna get bored, but I ask her what she wants to do, and it's. We watch Netflix, we have some food. And
it's funny because one minute you're in high school, and you're thinking about relationships, you're kind of thinking about them. The next minute you're in college or you're living your life, you're outside of your house and you're wondering to yourself, when is this going to happen for me? When am I going to get a girlfriend or somebody to love me or whatever the fuck, however somebody to suck my dick or do my socks, whatever the fuck, whatever mentality you have at that age. It's the mentality that you have at that age. The mentality you have about love at 20 and the mentality you have about love at 35 is two different things. Two different things. At 20, you're looking for somebody to suck your dick, not spend too much money, do your socks, and make you a sandwich. You don't really see love and life for what it really is, But then as you get older, you see it. When I had a girlfriend at 20, my priorities were completely different at 30. But the funny thing is that one day you're living it. One day you're at a movie theater with a girl and you're, on your first or your second date, and it's very awkward.
Yeah.
And the next minute you're at the 6-month mark and you've slept with her already, and you've met her brother and you've met her mom, and it's okay. And now you're at the 3-point mark. Then there comes a day. You want to talk about weird when you're living with somebody.
Oh God, I mean, I've never done that.
When you putting your shoes on and you're faking the funk. You're acting like you would if you were on a TV show. Oh God. Because you really don't know how to act. You don't know how to act at that age. You're 22. You're living with a woman. And you act like you would on a TV show. Oh my God, no, it's a great moment.
Yeah.
And then reality, and it's so weird how life comes in phases. You thinking about, I can't wait till I live with a woman one day. It's supposed to be this big deal. You're supposed to be a different person. But then one day you're there. You're living with somebody, and you're like, wow, this wasn't, it's either great or it's just weird to see your evolution, Lee.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And then it's, we're going to wait a while to move in together. But it is kind of crazy. This weekend I caught myself thinking, fuck, what if we get married or something in a few years, and then when I'm 35, I'm completely different? Because I mean, I see it so much now. I mean, my parents are divorced, her parents are divorced. It's and it's getting to the point where a decision has to be made. Like, it's not like she's not asking for a ring, but at some point she's gonna want one after a couple years. And
again, what she wants and what she gets is two different fucking stories, Lee.
Yeah, they
all want something, but it's at your time and it's at your pace, and they're gonna break your balls. It took me 9 years to propose to Terry.
Oh yeah, she'd murder me.
No, no. It's what's she gonna do? Go somewhere else? Where you gonna go? The store is fucking closed.
Yeah.
Where you gonna go? This is your, and that's a mistake we make. That as men, you made a very valid point this morning. Like, you can't do everything that they want to fucking do all the time. That's why sometimes you come to me, you're like, I'm going to this restaurant. I'm like, don't do it. Just for the simple thing that you have to have. I have a different relationship with Terry than I say with Carol when I first moved here. When I first moved here, Carol used to always want to come to my comedy shows. When I started dating Terry, that shit wasn't going to fly.
Right.
I don't want you at my comedy shows. I made that a fucking point from day one.
She's never there.
No, I don't, but Terry's the type of person that she went to 3 of them and said, this ain't for me anyway.
Yeah.
This ain't for me. I can't see, I'm going to be working at this club in October, and I was thinking about the feature act, and I love him dearly. But I know that he's going to show up with his wife, the family, her brother, the in-laws, the whole fucking weekend.
The whole thing.
And I'm over that point. And he's been doing comedy as long as I have. I don't get it. It's like they meet and then they do their hair and it's this big fucking deal. To me, I want to get in and out of there. But we're just talking about every relationship's different. I was thinking about you a lot this weekend because it has been a year. A year earlier we were torturing Melissa last year at the San Jose Improv.
Right, yeah. That's great. That was after my first date with Paul. We had 2 dates, and then I went to San Jose with you, and she went to New York. And yeah, it's been a year since. That's fucking crazy.
And it's crazy how I remember being 20 and being a fucking ball of death. Like, I was just fucking crazy. It was July 1st, 1985. So it was basically 29 years ago. And I was alone, I didn't know what to expect. And I met this girl. Lived downstairs in my building. I saw her come up for a vacuum one day. And we made eye contact. And a week later, I asked her for a soda, and we went out to Chinese food, and we went. I had a stolen credit card, so I would take it at lunches under $50, so they would never run the credit card. And we ended up, the cops were looking for me for credit card fraud. And I told her the truth. I liked her, and I told her the truth. I said, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. The cops were looking for me. I gotta get out of here. She's like, I'm coming with you. So she decided to come with me. This great little blue-eyed girl decided to come with me. And I remember being in San Francisco in a hotel room with this girl. Like, going, all my life, I wanted to live with a woman. Here it is. I'm in the bed with her. That's it. I get up in the morning. I go get a coffee. I go get her a Danish, I go get her whatever, orange juice. I come back. She gets ready. We take a walk. I was living with this fucking woman. And it was amazing that I made this whole big deal up in my head.
Right.
There was this whole big deal up in my head about this, dating somebody and being with somebody. And here it was. And it was no big fucking deal. It was no big fucking deal. Society had made this big fucking deal about, you're going to live with her and this, and it was no big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Now, instead of just going on a date with her, I didn't have to call her no more. I didn't have to pick her up anymore. Yeah. She was right fucking there,
Yeah.
It's the evolution of love is really amazing. And now to be with Terry for 14 fucking years.
That's great.
The first 2 years with Terry, I didn't even see her.
Really?
Didn't even see her, I don't think. I'd see her here and there, drips and drabs, after work, midnight. It was just amazing how this whole thing worked out. But it's really a good thing to see. You went away for your anniversary.
Yeah, it's not even her. It's like if she's not gonna listen, but it's not negative things. But I'm like, sometimes I'll be like, should I be thinking about stuff for a podcast right now? Sometimes I'll have thoughts like that, which I guess I don't know if it's negative or I shouldn't have it. But every once in a while, I'll be like, So I mean, she's only there on the weekends, and if I do Steve's podcast, I'll still do it during the weekends. But every once in a while, I'm like, I wonder if there's something else I should be doing. But it's, I mean, like you've said, you don't even do Sundays anymore because you have to spend parts of the weekend with your family. And
well, you have to have balance in your life.
Yeah,
right.
You have to have. That's what this life is about, man. And when we're young, sometimes we don't have a lot of balance.
No.
We have a job, and then we have the weekends. I mean, I never took a vacation from the vacation.
right.
You know, when I lived in Jersey all those years, Friday came, you got a bag of Quaaludes, you went down the shore, and you came back Sunday night.
Sure.
Yeah, you came back Sunday night. You went to bed. You woke up and you went to work. There was no gap. There was nothing. You know, there was no nothing.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, listen, man. Sometimes I sit there and I'm sitting with Mercy, the baby, and I'm like, I should be writing a joke right now. But this is balance.
Yeah.
This is balance. Last night I was sitting there and I was like, I need to do this. No, I don't. I need to watch 60 Minutes and catch my breath to me. That's what I do every Sunday night. I need to watch 60 Minutes and relax, you know, or what's the HBO sports?
Real time, real sports.
Or whatever the fuck. Just something
You
that
have to do it.
Something that I've taped. You know, for me to entertain, I have to get entertained.
Yes.
You know, for me to entertain, I have to entertain, to learn how to entertain. So I have to be entertained. You know, sometimes I have nothing to do. I need to get entertained for an hour. I've been on this computer enough. I've looked at this pad enough. I've been at the gym enough. I've worried about this jiu-jitsu move enough. Now it's time to just soak. Now it's time to take 2 hits off a fucking pipe and let my mind take its fucking course.
Relax. Yeah.
Relax. I think that's what I didn't do at an early age, is find the time for myself. And now I find the time for myself. You know, the last 2 months, I've been having success losing weight. What
That's
do I talk
awesome.
about? Losing weight, a pound here, a pound there. And I didn't know what it was. I was sticking to a diet. I was working out.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. And then I sent my computer card in. Behind my sleep apnea machine, I have a card. And you're supposed to send it in every 60 days, every 30 days. Then they email you a report of your month. What nights you had apnea, what nights you drank alcohol, what your blood pressure was while you were sleeping.
Wow.
It has an in-depth report. And the doctor called me and said I was sleeping like 4.8 hours, 4.3 hours a night.
Yeah, when you told me that, I couldn't believe it. I was like, fuck.
But it's true, because I was going to bed at 10 to 12, and then 4:15, let me get up. I got something to do. And I get up, and I'm drinking coffee, and then the whole day I'm walking around tired.
Yeah, it's the
My
worst.
blood pressure's high, because when you don't sleep, your blood pressure shoots up.
Yep.
So that's the downfall of that disease, that I always have to do something. Joey, don't you sleep? I get on Twitter and I'd see people going, Joey, don't you sleep? You were just on Twitter 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
I've been forcing myself to take care of myself lately, as far as the sleep is concerned. You know, I'll eat an extra edible. You know, it's amazing how when I was snorting blow and going out every night, I could eat 3 10-milligram Valiums. So that's 30 milligrams of Valiums. I got up to 60 milligrams at one point.
Is that a lot?
Oh my God, that could kill a horse. You know?
Okay.
Now I could do a 0.5.
Wow.
And sleep an extra 2 hours. So what happens is I go to bed at 11. When I wake up at 4 or 3 to pee, I'll stay up after I pee. I'll see one of the cats and start petting them, and next thing you know, I'm on the floor, and that's not good for me. So now, as soon as I pee, I don't even look at the cats. I just run back
right
to
back
that
to
fucking
sleep.
bed, put the blanket on my head, and pray to God that I fucking fall asleep, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been taking care of myself more that way.
That's you have
So it's
to.
made, you know, there's so many variables in taking care of yourself. There's
tough.
so many fucking variables. And you know what, man? When you're 28 and you're working a job as for an air conditioning company, and you got a girlfriend and she lives 45 minutes away, you don't sleep. You know, I know it. I've been there. I know what it's like to fucking have a job and drive, and you got to drive here and there, and you don't fucking sleep. You take but you got to, there's so many variables of taking care of your sleep. You got to drink water. You got to take supplements. It's a fucking part-time job.
Yeah.
It's a job. It's a lifestyle. That's why Weight Watchers says it's not a diet. It's a fucking lifestyle.
Yeah.
This is it. This is,
It's what you're going to have to do.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm feeling this.
Steve
Los
Simone.
Cumis Hermanos.
Steve Simone's in the motherfucking house, getting ready for Vegas. The South
Yeah, I
Point
can't
Casino.
wait for that.
You know, they're taping Tough Season in LA and in Vegas. You know, like the UFC when they have
Oh,
Tough.
cool.
So it's Sergio Pettis against. Fuck, I was just thinking of his name. Jesus fucking Christ. So they're in Vegas next weekend. So I'm gonna hit the one kid up to come to the show.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So what the fuck is his name? Gilbert Melendez with Jake Shields and all the fucking savages.
Yeah.
So they're in Vegas. So myself and Steve Simone. I'm surprised Steve's even gonna be in Vegas because I don't know how La Jolla's gonna survive. Fucking Steve is in La Jolla every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
I've never seen nothing like that in all my life.
I love San Diego.
He's either at the fucking comedy store or he
Doing
invents
one-nighters.
these fucking one-nighters. Where do you do one-nighters?
Mal Hall's got one at the Gas Lamp.
And
It's a
that's
little cool little bar downtown.
and that's on Fridays and Saturdays.
They do that on Fridays. And then there's another one at this club called The Wood, right 2 blocks away from the condo in Pacific Beach. I stopped by on Wednesday night. It was awesome. The kid's like, "You gonna come down in August?" I was like, "You're goddamn right."
So
I'm
they
gonna
do
come
comedy at Pacific Beach on Wednesdays.
down. Yeah, it's a great room. You should go in there and
What's
blow it
What's
up.
the name of the kid?
Josh Nelson. He's a good dude.
Not that other kid that used to run all those PB beaches. You know, San Diego had a great comedy scene about 10, 12 years ago. They even had a Monday night.
Wow.
So basically, your week ran Monday night at this. Oh my god, I forget the name of it. Fucking cool as shit. What's that fucking? Oh my god, I forget the name of that band.
Was that the? I remember seeing you at Moondoggies with
Moondoggies?
Sam Tripoli back in the day.
Yeah, Moondoggies was Tuesday night,
I think
and then
so.
Wednesday night they had something. The one next door to it.
Yes.
Tuesday night was the Moondoggies with where I met Adam Hunter. The stage was elevated. That's the first time I met Adam Hunter. He came up to me and was like, "Listen, dog, I'm doing my Conan set, so make sure you're prepared to follow me and shit."
That's a start.
And he didn't know that this is a hell fucking room.
Yeah,
That they don't give a fuck about Conan.
Right.
And you got to be crazy. They don't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck about those credits then. So that was Tuesday night, and then Wednesday night was the Moondoggies, the one next to it, where the chick got naked and came on stage with me that time, and had a tremendous body, and we fingered her. Fucking tremendous. And then that's next to Moondoggies is next to, it's close
Down
to the
the
Denny's.
street. Yes.
It's close to the Denny's, right? So and then they had that on Wednesday night. Then Thursday, the La Jolla Comedy Store.
Yep.
They always had like a theme night,
Yeah,
Superfly
best
night,
of
best
San
of.
Diego or
And then Friday and Saturday, you just stayed for
Stay
the
at the
weekend.
store.
Yeah, so that was a great little fucking weekend.
It's the best.
Saturday, Sunday, you had the Dairy Queen there, a little drive-through. It was
they
like a
don't have that
1950
anymore.
Dairy Queen.
Oh,
With two
wow.
little
Breaks my
drive-through
heart.
windows. It breaks my fucking heart. They got rid of it. They still got the Mexican joint, correct?
Yeah, on the angle. And then you got Don Carlos and La Jolla, the best.
The best, yeah. They
Yeah,
got some
he
good-
hooks it up.
They got some good. And then your buddy hit me up, the one who did his confirmation when he was 52.
Yeah. Don Carlos.
That fucking lunatic, Don Carlos, did his confirmation when he was 52.
He's fantastic.
I gotta tell you something, man. I had a San Jose is one of those towns like La Jolla that we've been going to as a comic for fucking 15 years, you know, because before San Jose club got big, they would always have us during the week, Wednesdays and Thursdays, drive up 5 hours, do the show, share a hotel room, and then you come home. San Jose was one of the last, and the hotel in San Jose is tremendous.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's the Fairmont Hotel. It's fucking tremendous. You have a great week. You know, San Jose has the bakery downstairs. They have
Oh,
the best
yeah, with
bakery
those real big
with those real-
treats.
I stayed
All
the
kinds
fuck.
of treats.
I stayed the fuck out of there this time. I went to McCormick and Schmidt's one time. I got
Nice.
the lobster salad. They have a lobster special salad for lunch. Jesus fucking Christ. Little bits of lobster with lettuce, tomato. You know what? And I'm impressed with it for California. They do it that way all the motherfucking time in Texas at Papa Do's.
I
That's
love
not
Papa Do's.
Yeah, Papa Do's. They do that seafood, lettuce, tomato. Oh my fucking God. Where you don't even finish it. You can't finish it. You know, but this place did it pretty nice. Plus, I used my little McCormick and Schmidt's card, and they picked up the soup on the arm. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? But then Original Joe's is just too much.
Yeah.
And
We went there one last year at like 10:30 in the morning. You planned the walk. Called me like, be downstairs at 10:27 because with the walk you got there just as the doors opened.
I love Original Joe's. Get a side of spaghetti with
and
a
it's
steak.
tremendous to go in there on a diet.
Oof.
It's
That's
different.
discipline.
No bread. That's it. No bread, no butter, which is the best bread in California. I didn't touch the fucking bread one time. No appetizers, no soups, no nothing. The one day I went to work out and I had a salad
Nice.
with a little steak, the little Chinese steak, no bread. That was it. And the one day I went in there and I split the cheeseburger. Because you ever see this fucking cheeseburger in there?
No, is it good?
Oh, it's fucking
Gigantic.
You got to see the steak and eggs in there. Oh my God, my friend got steak and eggs with them. Like, look at the size of that fucking thing. He kept offering me half the steak. I split the hamburger with his wife. His wife was like, Joey, I don't want to eat that much. I go, neither do I.
Yeah.
I split the hamburgers and I tasted one steak fry.
Ooh,
Just to
good.
see that, they don't fuck around. They take a real fucking French fry. They take a real potato, chop it up, and dip that motherfucker. They don't fuck around at Original Joe's. Since 1985, I've been eating at Original Joe's.
Wow.
1985. We're gonna go on 30 years
years.
next year. I've been with, and then I ate Original Joe's at the fucking airport yesterday. On the way out, you know me, I got two eggs, a steak, and no bread, no potatoes, but I got an order of fruit.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's it, and I just inhaled the fucking fruit.
That's so good for you.
Tremendous, yeah. It was a great weekend of dieting, and the shows were good. You know, like I said, I haven't put a solid 45 minutes together since I did the CD. It's still in limbo.
Yeah.
But I'm working on things, and things are starting to shine.
Yeah, I love those sets.
I love those sets because things are starting to shine. 2 jokes here, 1 joke here, and you know you're 2 weekends away
from
coming up with 35 minutes. I feel it from it all.
So at this point, you can feel it, yeah.
I can feel it because sometimes you get down on yourself and you're like, the people aren't going to get their money's worth. They're going to leave pissed off. But this weekend, you know what, man? I can feel the weave starting to come. You know, they're all mending together now, and it's really weird how comedy works. You could be banging it out for 3 months. You believe in a bit. It gets 50% yield on the labor.
Yeah.
You know, people laughing, but not really, but you believe in it. And it just needs that little tweak. It needs a finger up the ass or a tongue in the fucking vagina. It needs something. And all of a sudden, you write something, and it coerces, and it fits.
Right in the
and
moment.
now you got 3 bits.
Yeah.
So when you had no bits, now you got 28 minutes and I see it. When I left San Jose on Saturday night, I go, oh, I see it.
Yep.
It's right fucking there. I need one thing to insert, and it's over. I'm taking motherfuckers' lives away. You understand me?
Is that why people don't, when people say people don't, they see comedians that don't write, is it because that, I mean, it sounds like where you're at is fun, but like the very beginning of it, once you get through all that work, you're like, fuck, I don't want to lose this. It took me 7 months to write this.
But if you wrote it once, you can write it again. That's the confidence. That's where you're coming from. You know, when I build a building, if I'm an architect, when I design a building, if I design a beautiful building, is that the only fucking building I'm going to design? No, I'm going to design a better building.
Yeah.
And I'm going to design a better building. And I'm going to design a better building. So you always want to stay. It kills me when I can't come up there with at least one new anything.
Yeah.
Something fucking happened that these people deserve to know about. Something fucking happened. Something happened on the drive here.
Yeah.
Something happened that lifted your curiosity that you could turn into laughter. For 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Something fucking... But then again, it's also... The evolution of a comic is so fucking rough, Lee. I went to watch comedy Thursday night.
Okay.
I went to see a friend of mine in San Jose. They did like a little open micer. And it's amazing that I saw a kid get up there and he did 2 jokes that were rewritten, stolen. And then he did a joke about Asian drivers. And I was like, wow, this is so fucking bad. One of the jokes was rewritten Mexican joke from a well-known comic. That as soon as you hear the joke, you're like, oh, fuck. You know? But it's amazing the evolution of a comic and where you want to go.
Well, I mean, we talk about college a lot in here. That's only 4 years. And like almost every comic I hear says it's at least 10 years before you get any good at all.
I agree and I disagree.
Yeah.
It's like anything else. It's like jiu-jitsu. It'll take you a year, maybe a year and a half, just to see all the pictures and all the players. And then after that, you start making progress.
Yeah.
But not as fast as you would want it.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Okay, by the 2-year mark, in the back of your head, you're ready for HBO.
Okay.
But the reality is you're ready to host.
Yeah.
Do you follow me? So you have to align the mental compass with what's really with the reality compass. Okay, that's what's going on. I love to mind fuck myself, but I never got ahead of myself. It's really weird. I saw when I was a kid, I used to watch Phil Jackson. I used to talk on the phone to Whitey O'Donnell and Chucky McBreen.
Tremendous.
All right, where we were watching the Knicks game, no matter who the Knicks would play. There was a time there in the 7th grade where me and Chucky McBreen and Whitey O'Donnell would put in $25 bets.
In the 7th grade?
12-year-old kids.
12-year-old kid, $25.
Dude, that's a lot of money back then,
That's a lot of money. That's $7 a piece. $8 if you fucking lose on the vig. All right? $8 or $9 if you lose on the vig. Because it's 30 if you lose 25. It's 25 to win, 30 to lose. So we were in the 7th grade, and the Knicks would play whoever. We bet Tuesday and Wednesday games.
Oh, that's
We had a science
hysterical.
down already. We played Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday games. And let me tell you something. I don't know how in those days we used to have a 3-way phone.
Yeah.
Somebody could click at the line twice. So what you did was, so in the old days, you picked up a regular house phone.
Yep.
If somebody called you, you had to hit the line. And then,
Oh, yeah.
Lee,
call-
what's up? Hold on,
Yep.
I got Steve on the other phone.
Call waiting.
Then you hit the line. It was called cold waiting.
Yeah.
But in those, even in the 70s, you had 3-way calling, where you clicked it twice and 2 kids would come on the phone or whatever.
That had to be so much fun.
So it would be me and you on the phone watching this Knick game.
Yeah.
And we would be yelling, fuck you, fuck, cocksuck, oh shit. And Whitey would be like, what am I going to do? I can't ask my grandmother for $10 again. What am I going to do? My grandfather's going to be mad at me. $10 is a lot of money when you're in the 7th grade.
Fuck yeah.
Plus you want to go to the school dance. Plus you want to
you got stuff to do.
Yeah, you got stuff to do, right? So I'll never forget they would put Phil Jackson in. When you were a kid and the Knicks would put Phil Jackson in, your reaction was, all right, time to go. Fuck this motherfucker.
He wasn't a great player?
He was horrible. He came off the bench, and his main attribute was to defend against the ball coming in from out of bounds. He was 6'8" and lanky and had these long arms.
So do this?
So he would just do that.
Yeah.
As soon as they put Phil Jackson in, you would go, all right,
Over.
talk to you tomorrow. Fuck!
That's hysterical.
Fuck! And somebody would hang up the phone like, fuck, you motherfucker.
We've been mushed.
Yeah, we've been mushed. Phil Jackson has become one of the best basketball players or coaches or
best minds.
best minds of our day.
They're paying him $1 million a month to fix New York.
30 fucking years ago, when I was in 8th grade, 7th grade, Phil Jackson was a fucking joke amongst Joey Diaz, Whitey O'Donnell, and Chucky McBreen, the Irish Tower of Power, right?
That's hysterical.
So that's just the greatest lesson I ever got was from a comedian, a black comedian, who used to put cotton balls in his mouth. And
For what?
He used to go, this is my impersonation of Marlon Brando, the Godfather. He would put cotton balls in his mouth and turn around, and he would turn right back around and go, somebody fucked up my teeth, right? Just stupid shit, But he came up to me one day, and we were talking, and he said to me, I love these guys that think they're headlining at the 6-year mark. He goes, I love these guys. This guy held a day job.
Yeah.
He was a computer engineer, and he did comedy. He was very funny. He had his moments, but he was also very knowledgeable about comedy. Like, once I met him, I knew that he had seen through it.
Yeah.
There's people that are not negative. There's people that can look at a situation, analyze it, and say, this is what I need to put into this. I'm going to do this, but I can't do this right now. He had 2 children.
Right.
He had insurance. He had a house. He looked like Eddie Murphy. He was very funny. But in his mind, he knew the reality of this game.
Gotcha.
I can't do this right now. I could do this on the weekends to accent my money and to make it a hobby, but I can't dig into this.
Yeah, it couldn't be his
So
life.
when you see somebody who's that very honest with themselves from the jump, you got to appreciate that attribute. Like, you got to look at it and go, holy shit, that guy's onto something. He's not really a loser, because he was always that comic that drove me home.
Yeah.
Like, he would always drive me home and talk to me on the way.
That's cool.
And one day he told me, he goes, the most important thing, he goes, you see a lot of comedians, they think at the 6-5 year marks they're headliners because some booker is headlining you in a bar.
Right.
And yes, you're a headliner by name at that time, but you're not a headliner. That's the truth. You're not a headliner.
Okay.
You know, there's journeyman electrician. You know, when you listen to Journeyman Electrician, didn't Eric Clapton put an album out called Journeyman? Journeyman Electrician is somebody who's been around. Somebody who's, you know, before you become a journeyman electrician, you're a residential wireman. You get a license, so you start off as a helper, and then you're a residential wireman, which means you could wire dwellings up to 2 homes or 3 families. Don't quote me on this. I don't know exactly. I'm just explaining it to
Levels.
you. And then, after 4 years, you could take a test to become a journeyman. But a smart electrician knows that it takes about 7 or 8 years to really, I'm going to be a journeyman, but I'm going to get put on a job with real fucking journeymen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go in there and throw my weight around. I'm going to fuck something up.
Yeah.
Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Once you understand the art of something, jiu-jitsu is Eddie Bravo has an arm bar, Cabrinha has an arm bar, and fucking Dave Camarillo has an arm bar. They're going to teach it to you. Each one might be a little bit different. You're going to go, but Lee taught it to me this. But the art of it is you making it your own.
Wow. That's brilliant.
That's the art. That's the martial art. Every art has a punch. You're going to sit here and go, Joey, I went to Taekwondo school and they're $60 a month. And I went to the karate school and they're $65 a month. I get more classes. What's the difference? You know, well, one has more kicks. Then you go online. What champions have won with Taekwondo, you know, with Kung Fu? Doesn't matter because it's an art. It's what you're going to do with it. You know, that's why you can't look at another comic and go, well, I want to do what Steve Simeone is doing. You can't do what Steve Simeone is doing because you have to take what Steve Simeone is doing, either put a variation on it or make it better in your mind.
Yeah, make it your own.
Make it your own, you know, and that's with stand-up. So, brother, you know I didn't know how good you were as a producer until I did somebody else's podcast the other day. I understood your job a lot more.
Okay, no, I understand.
Do you follow me? So sometimes you have to see this fucking game differently in your head. And a lot of people kill at Barney's Beanery.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, they're on the phone with CAA going, dog, you better tell Bill Burr to sit back, bitch.
Right.
You know, you better tell Kevin Hart that it's all over from him and hang up the phone.
Hysterical.
Dog, because I felt like doing it.
Yeah.
How do I know? Because I did it.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember the first time doing 42 minutes at some bar in Denver. Like after I had been doing 15 minutes for 10 years. Like one night they forgot to give me the light. The guy that was supposed to give me the light was getting his dick sucked in the back of the car. And I'm back there just doing material.
Yeah.
You follow me? It was like a placebo effect. If you were to call me and say to me, Joey, I got a room for you tonight. I want you to do 45 minutes. I go, Steve, I love you. I can't do 45 minutes. And you go, Joey, yes, you can. Come on. I'll give you $100. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
Just because I'm real. I can't. I wouldn't put myself in that position.
Mm-hmm.
But while I was up on stage featuring, doing 30, he was going out to the car to get his dick sucked. So I kept doing time. And he came in and finally gave me the light. And he's like, whew, I'm sorry, bro. And I'm like, why? What happened? He goes, you ended up doing 43 minutes. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, look, I got it. I forgot. I went out and that bartender was sucking my dick. I didn't tell what's his name to give you a light. First time I realized I did 43 minutes. So I didn't tell the story right. You know, a headlining is when you do 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was only supposed to do 30. The guy didn't give me the light to get off stage, and I kept going. It was like I kept going. I didn't know.
Yeah.
When I got off, he told me I did 43 minutes. Lee, I didn't even drive home that night. I floated home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just went to the parking lot. I lit my car on fire, and I just floated the fuck home.
Yeah, great
Because
feeling.
I did 43 minutes. I did headliner time. And for 2 days, I was by the phone with a list of numbers I was going to call and tell them to suck my dick because I had done 43 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank God I knew that I wasn't a headliner. I knew I had done the time,
Right.
but I wasn't a headliner.
Right.
A headline. You know when I became a headliner? If I tell you guys when I became a headliner, you'd both laugh.
When?
2 years ago in Columbus, Ohio.
How long have you been headlining?
12 years probably.
Wow.
Okay.
When I first moved to LA in '97, I got sent on a headlining mission. I wasn't even a good feature. I wasn't even a purple belt with stripes. I was like a blue belt with a few stripes. And I was sent to Jacksonville to headline. And I did terrible. And I knew I wasn't a headliner.
Yeah.
I knew in my heart. A lot of people wouldn't be that honest with themselves. I knew in my heart I wasn't a headliner, so I never really tried to push myself out as a headliner again, unless it was a C room. I was a lot better than C headliners.
Yeah.
But I wasn't an A headliner. But I'm telling you right now, I've been doing comedy for 23 years, and I became a headliner 2 years ago.
What happened?
I could have become a headliner after 12 or 13 years, but because of my drug addiction and my other problems, I didn't focus in on it. I never thought I would achieve that goal. You just click. It clicks on stage. Once you see a headliner, you go, wow, that's a headliner.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are out there doing comedy and doing headliner time.
Yeah.
That's different. You're a headliner. When you would watch Greg Giraldo, you know you were watching a headliner. When you were watching Joe Rogan, you know you're watching a headliner. When you're watching Fluffy,
Yeah.
you know you're watching a headliner. Even when you're watching Dane Cook, you know you're watching a headliner. What do you have to say about Dane Cook? He has a beginning, a middle, and an ending. And he could hold you for 45 minutes. There's a difference between a headliner and a comic, and that's why a lot of you people know about certain comics, and they're going to become headliners, but they're not headliners yet.
Yeah.
You know, you feel the same way about headlining. I mean, you headline rooms right now.
Yeah.
You're starting to.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah, there's something to it. You can't. I don't even know how you would describe it. You just watch somebody and they draw you into their world, and you go, okay, it's a different thing.
Do you think it's? I mean, I might be really way too high, but like, you know how like you said at the beginning, you feel like you're a headliner, but you're not, and then you just said like 2 years ago is where I think I became a headliner. Maybe in like 5 years, you'd be like, fuck, I thought I was a headliner 7 years ago, but now I'm a headliner. Like it seems like it keeps going.
Well, if you take any value in what you do as a human being, if you take any value in what you do, you know you're going to get better in certain spots.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, I know I have weaknesses in my stand-up game. Absolutely, we all do. You know, we all want that 45 minutes people on. When I leave a stage, I want to look like, what would the room look like if Bruce Lee came in here?
Yeah.
And started kicking motherfuckers. I don't want people to stand up. I don't want people to clap. I want them to be on the floor, laying there like I shot them all. I want to see 200 people on the floor. I don't want to see you standing, clapping or going, that was a great time. Fuck no. I want to see you barfing on the floor. You know, that's in my mind. So until I see that, I didn't do a good fucking job.
Wow.
People will come up to you and say, my jaw's hurt, whatever. That's great. That's great.
GPU.
I don't see you. I don't see no ambulances here. You know what I'm saying? When I'm coked up and some chick's got to suck my dick till her jaw pops out, and you got to dial 9. You ever get a blowjob till your jaw pops out? You ever suck a fucking twat till your fucking jaw pops out?
No, I must be doing it
till
wrong.
the bottom of this thing swells up. You got a little line under there. You wake up the next morning, you got like a little fucking blister under there. That's when you know you ate that ass for like 55 fucking minutes. You know what I'm saying? You suck that fucking thing like a Slurpee on a sunny day. Where's the music, Slurpee? Let's put this shit on, cocksucker. It's Monday, July 14th. A beautiful fucking day to be alive.
I wanna be around
What?
to pick up the pieces when somebody breaks your heart.
Lee, you ready for another edible, cocksucker?
No.
Come on, let's do the head.
I just did the head of one of those Goombas from
You gotta do another little head.
No.
You got a little head
This
like
is-
Lee. Did you see him? They made it to look like Lee. That's Lee running on the treadmill. Look at him.
Oh my God. Oh my god.
Where's the music, cocksucker? You want a vapor hit?
No,
Why not?
because I had just the head. You had to like the whole body. I had just the head, and this is gonna be bad, you guys.
You're gonna eat the arm next. I'm gonna eat the whole body except the arm.
What do you like, the wing?
The wing.
Wait and see. I mean, I wanna be around to see how he does it.
Nice getting
When
tired
he
on Monday
makes
morning. You
your
know what I'm saying? Nothing like getting
heart
stoned on a fucking Monday morning. You go out there into this cruel world and you're prepared. You understand me?
Yeah.
You take the world by storm, like fucking Patton. Steve Simeone in the house, my brother. Let me give some shout outs real quick. Steve Simeone to some fucking people. I gotta get to you. I gotta talk to you about some things here. I about to get a shout out to my main man John Diaz, my main man Robert Rodriguez bringing me a pipe and shit for my fucking vaporizer. Jim Bergman, I love you, cocksucker. Beatrice Bathory, I love you too. Jason Schminnewell Naildre, I love you too. And Joshua Michalski, get it together. All the people who came out in San Jose, some badass motherfuckers came out. Sergio Ortega always showing up with Lee's fucking Flying Jew t-shirt on. And
I loved it. I loved the Facebook picture.
It was a great weekend in San Jose. It's funny because I got involved in something. I wanted to train with Guerrilla Jiu-Jitsu. His name is Dave Camarillo. And I wanted to take one of the classes. And it's fucked up. Thursday, my plane was delayed by 2 hours. Did I tell you about that?
No.
I love Southwest. You know, I really do. Southwest with these short jumps, they do the ticket. They do the trick. For an hour, for 2 hours and less, I got no beef with Southwest. It's when you got to stand there for 5 hours. It's a long fucking plane ride.
Yeah.
And I went, and they were 2 hours late, so I missed the 5 o'clock purple belt class on Wednesday night. So I called Dave, and I go, Dave, can I come in tomorrow for the open mat? He goes, yeah, what do you want to do? You want to roll? I go, no, let me go in and get a lesson from you. Let me tell you something. He gave me a private lesson. I was fucking wiped the fuck out.
Yeah, that picture, you looked like you had worked hard.
Oh, my God, that motherfucker put me through hell.
Wow.
The tortures of hell. But my training partner was Kyle Kingsbury's father, who was a brown belt, and he was 61 years old.
Wow.
Or 56 or 61.
That's
I
great.
think he started at 56.
Oh, okay.
61 years old. You should have seen this guy's body. You should have seen his fucking body. I could feel his strength when we were rolling. It's just amazing. It's a great little art, you know. I mean, I couldn't work out Saturday. My knee was hurting. I'm going to have to cut my knee. I'm going to have to do the surgery.
Oh.
I'm going to go get a second opinion from a therapist. I'm going
Yeah.
to call him today and make an appointment. I tell you what's hurting my knee also, those 2 shows.
Yeah.
I got to put my leg up in between shows, you know. Those fucking Friday when I got home, my knee was on fire. You know, because I do the show, I talk to people, I'm standing, then I do the other fucking show. It was on fire. And I hate fucking taking your leaves every night. I hate taking. And that shit kills your fucking liver and your kidneys, you know.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have to cut this. I'm gonna go give this one guy a shot. My friend's boyfriend is he does some type of therapy with lasers. You know, my wrist hurts from the kettlebells.
Yeah.
One wrist, I hurt my wrist, but it hasn't gotten any better. And this knee's fucking up. And I gotta be honest with you, this other knee's starting to slip a little bit.
Probably because of the way you got to balance it.
It's the weight, bro. This weight. And like I said, I'm making a fight at it. I'm going at it every week, a little by little. But it was, you know, I called. I'm such a fucking pussy, bro. Fear works, and it tries to take you over at all fucking levels.
That's true.
And I hear it in people's voices because I heard it in my voice for years, you know. And it's funny when you try to break somebody's fear for certain reasons. I'm good at it because I had to break my own fears.
Exactly.
I'm very good at when somebody says to me, well, there's going to be traffic. Listen, bitch, I hate fucking traffic, okay? There ain't going to be no fucking traffic. I wouldn't put you in that predicament
Right.
if there was going to be traffic or whatever. And I know how fear shows up in different ways. And it's so funny. I felt fucking great Thursday night. After I did the show at 10 o'clock, me and Los Gumis Hermanos hooked up. We were smoking dabs before the show. We fucking went. There was a long line on Thursday night. There was 200 and something people on Thursday night. I felt fucking great.
Wow.
I went on stage. I had a mediocre set. It was my first set of the night, you know.
Yeah.
So first set of the week, I was busy during the week, so I didn't get on stage. We had 2 night podcasts. One of them went late, so I didn't really get a chance just to work out the ha-ha. So that first Thursday night was my first set, and let me tell you something, I went down there, and it was okay, but I was so fucking stoned on stage from those dabs. It was just sensational. But those people from San Jose, it seems like Aaliyah's my fucking voucher here. Is it me, or does everybody in San Jose get high?
Oh, I remember.
Is it me, Lee, or am I lying to the people here?
Everyone who comes to your show, because remember, I was high on with Auntie Dolores, and 2 kids came up and they took a big nugget out of like their back pocket. They're like, "This is Lisa Hyatt weed," and I was like, "Oh," and they're like, "We grew this for you." I couldn't talk. The night with Melissa in San Jose, I was just walking around. I couldn't open my mouth.
She showed up with a box of 500 milligram brownies.
Oh, that's terrible.
Here's the best about Gummies and Manos. I love Nail Their Life. I love everything about these guys. They're hardworking. They got great customer service. Did I tell you they had a peanut brittle, and I was supposed to bring Lee some, but I forgot it. Lee, this peanut brittle is so fucking delicious. You know when you put something in your mouth and you just let it melt?
Because it's so
Some
good.
things you bite, some things you just melt. This just melts. And it's it's 125 milligrams. They didn't want to, so what they did is they made it as strong as the
Gummy,
but they don't give you as much.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a little taste on the move, you know what I'm saying? Fucking delicious. Tremendous, brother. Tremendous.
Did you smoke actual weed this weekend?
Yes, I did 2 bong hits with, what's his name? Saturday night. Did I get high? A little bit.
Yeah.
I had a good time. I had a really simple, I like when I have time to, tomorrow I have to talk to Comedy Central. I'm doing that show with Ari.
Oh, that's going to be great.
So
The storyteller
they're
one?
calling me, but the time frame's going to suck.
Why?
It's 12 minutes. They're going to do a commercial break at 7. So your story has to go around 7 minutes, and you got to bring them back. I don't really have a story. You know, it has to be picked between friendship, romance, danger, and something else. I like the danger aspect of it.
Yeah, I'm sure you got 1,000.
I have 1,000 danger aspect, but real danger. Real, you know, it's funny how when you don't, who directed The Godfather?
Coppola.
You don't know how good Francis Coppola is until you watch Godfather 1. And you know, we sit here, podcast after podcast. If you have a conversation about movies, somewhere along the line it goes back to The Godfather, something like that.
Masterpiece.
And yes, it is a mafia movie that is very interesting. It's got a great cast. But the best person in that cast is Francis Ford Coppola. Because, you know, directing has become a person with a camera. Directing is the original storyteller. Okay, the director takes the script first with the producer, and he reads it, and the producer says, well, in my eyes, this is what I feel I want the reader to take home, or the person who watches this film to take home.
Yeah.
The director comes along and he figures out how he's going to become that conduit, how he's going to let the people who pay the $8 or the $5 or the $12 coming to see this movie, how are they going to take that message home? And there's a couple of scenes in The Godfather 1 and 2 where the camera work is brilliant because it takes your mind somewhere and it takes your head somewhere else. i.e., when Vito dies, they don't show his body, they don't show him falling. They show him about to have a heart attack, and then the camera pulls back.
Yeah.
And a minute after he dies, when the kid goes to run, the wind passes, of heavy wind.
Yeah.
In your mind, that's the wind taking your soul. That's how we were raised, you know what I'm saying? So that's a really good director. But there's a scene in that movie where, and I want to talk about this, I just need to get the balls to tell a story. And it's where right before he's about to kill Salazzo in the restaurant, and you hear the trains. You hear the trains. Anybody who's done something bad, when you shoplift, that's something bad because you're going against what you believe. You know what I'm saying? You're going against your morals. If you fuck a woman in the ass when she's sleeping, you know, you're going against your morals. So you feel bad, but you still do it. But when I say to you, Lee, we're going to get a gun and we're going to kick that fucking door down. You just started dating this girl. You just came back from your 1 year anniversary. The podcast is going great. Your father's doing well after all these years. Your mom has just retired. She's happy. All these things are going well. And then Joey Diaz is asking you to get a gun and go kick in a door. 2 minutes before we kick in that door, what you feel is something that you've never felt before. What you're about to feel is something you've never felt before. The sense of danger, the sense of fear, the sense of you're about to lose everything, all rolled up into one fucking minute. People have never put that weight together. I'm going to put it together for you. You have no idea. Here's Michael Corleone. He's in the army. You know, he just got he's home. They just shot his father. Everybody in his family, everybody he knows is a fucking killer. I'm not talking about some guy that just shoots you and runs in his car. I'm talking about guys that will put a gun in your fucking mouth and sit there and blow your brains out and then smoke a cigarette afterward and talk about how they got the same shirt you got. And you're worried. These are killers. These are psychopath killers. He's got all this pressure in the world. He's going to step outside this bathroom door. He's going to pull a gun from a bathroom. He's going to step outside a bathroom door, and he's going to kill the hottest gangster in New York City and the chief of police. What was that guy?
McCluskey.
Captain of police.
Yeah, captain.
You're about to kill a cop and a gangster, and you're supposed to walk into a car that's going to pick you up miraculously. Do you know what's going through your mind? And put the scene on. There's a part in that scene where he looks down and touches his head. You have no idea, and everything starts to rumble. Everything rumbles in your mind. Fear works fucked up, and
He's clean. Don't take too long.
and your heart, move that up when he goes to the bathroom, because he's walking into the
Yeah,
bathroom.
he's just walking in the stall right now. Do you want to go further?
Oh yeah, before he goes to go out.
Okay, he's finding the gun. Oh, he's just,
He's holding on to his head. There's silence. The director is building the fear in Michael Corleone that he's building it himself. And only a person who's done something very bad knows this fear I'm talking about. This danger. When you're thinking and you're looking on the floor and you're thinking about your kids, you're thinking about your parents, you're thinking about your mom, your dad, your job. He already walked out. And now the train's going to start rolling again, right?
Italiano come tuo padre?
I think so.
Tuo padre sta male.
See, he's talking to him, but he can't even focus.
Yeah.
He's not making eye contact.
He's not. He hears this train. You hear that train? That's him telling you fear. This is tremendous. When you're that scared, you ain't hearing nothing. He's about to go. There you go. It's Monday morning, motherfuckers.
Jesus.
That poor waiter.
You worried about the fucking waiter? Don't worry about it. He's union. Fucking, fear is fucking crazy. But that's I forgot about that aspect of it. That he's talking to him, and he can't even hear what he's saying. That's how much fear takes over. Your heart. All you hear is your heart beating, and all you see is your life flash before your eyes. Like, I'm never gonna see Lee again. I'm never going to see Steve Simeone. What if they got a guy down the corner? What if this guy doesn't die and pull out a gun and he shoots me back? What if? What if I do? You have all these what ifs running through your mind, and there's only one thing for you to do, is pull that fucking trigger. Kick that door down. I did so many fucking things that involved my heart beating. And you know why I did them? Because it made my dick get hard. Till this day, I love my dick to get hard. Not before sex, but before something. It's like when I say something. It's like when I get into an argument, when somebody tries to boss me around on a set because they're a director or a producer, and you fire back at them. I live in that world. That's my world, to say something back to you. It's my world. I love that when my heart beats, when you say something and there's that fucking moment of silence. Like time just stops. I love all that shit. Not all the time like I used to when I was 18.
Right.
But once a month, it ain't bad. It's a bad it's like when they're playing cards in Goodfellas and they shoot the guy. And they all look at each other like, it's a great fucking game. It's a great game. You know, somebody got shot. Lee, what's up, you cocksucker?
Not much, buddy.
Look at you, stoned to the gill. Steve
yeah.
Simeone, what's going on with you? Lee ain't got nothing to say.
No.
Just looking forward to Vegas. Happy I recorded the album.
Finally.
Finally.
You've recorded this CD, what, 8, 9,
a
10
million times.
It went great. The one y'all went to was awesome.
Yeah.
So you recorded this one where?
At the Comedy Store in La Jolla.
Friday night? So you went to La Jolla Friday night? Look at you. How long was the drive from?
Hour 10, I think. Because we went to the late show to miss all the bad traffic.
So was Lee sitting there with his wife?
Yeah, Paula came in. I was so excited.
Was he
because I didn't
like
think you were
Johnny Bananas? He was drinking champagne and shit. He had his arm looped in her arm like that. They were both like...
It was great. Lee Syatt's here. And then people that listen to the podcast were like, there's Lee Boom Boom Syatt. And then people were coming up to me after the show. I heard Lee was here. Was Lee here? I heard there was a Lee sighting. It was great.
He's a bad motherfucker. Look at him.
Oh, my goodness.
Lee, when you go home, what do your parents talk to you about? Well, I know they're not in Philly anymore. But when you go home at this point in your life and your career, what do your friends say to you about comedy? Do they ask you stupid questions still?
Not anymore. I remember, like, a joke I did about it was, like, when I first went back to Philly, everybody was like, how's it going? When are you going to make it? Like, you know when you would have a good set at the Comedy Store and I remember walking off stage going, I should call my parents and tell them, pick out a beach house. I'll be able to buy it for you. Now, nobody even cares. Like, nobody wants to put that kind of pressure on me. They're just happy to see me.
So your parents live in Florida?
Florida now.
No, who's left in Philly?
My brothers, my aunts, my uncles, cousins.
It's amazing. And do they remember the beginning when you started in Philly?
Yeah.
And would they go watch you then and you'd be like fucking dying on stage? What would you be talking about?
I didn't do that much in Philly, but when I got started, I was filthy on stage. I would just, because I was nervous, I would curse all the time. And then now,
You don't give a fuck.
yeah, whatever.
You just do
Let them
whatever
laugh,
comes.
let them not laugh. Who cares?
It's funny, you're kicking ass, bro, in your own little way every week. Listen, man, as long as you're out there,
That's it.
and this is all we talk about, and it's so important with comics, especially in LA. You know, what your attitude and your habits are when you're in Philly or Michigan or Idaho, those are great for them.
Yeah.
When you live in this town, there's so many small windows of opportunity anymore, especially on the weekends to get on stage. You think about a beginning comic's career. We get on stage Sunday through Thursday because there's open mics. Friday and Saturday are the money nights. They don't need us.
Right.
So for us to get on stage on Friday and Saturday, and right now you're in that transition period.
Yep.
Where you're just about for people to start coming to see you.
Yep.
You're just right there. It's just 6 more months, you know.
Yep.
But every week, and it's funny, like I goof about when I lived in Washington. There was a club called Giggles, and the owner he was a Vietnam vet, and he got hit with a shell or something like that, and he would forget. So he would come in on Saturday and see you Friday and Saturday. And on Saturday, after he paid me, I would ask the waitress to go inside and who was the feature act for the weekend. And the girl would come out and go, nobody. And 9 a.m. Monday morning, I would call him. He'd go, who's this? Joey Diaz. Hey, Joey, what can I do for you? I want to feature in your club. When was the last time you were there? 8 years ago. I was just there the weekend before.
Wow.
But his mind was so bad, he would keep booking me. I would be there 2-3 weeks in a row. And I would tell my friends, call down there. And then I would jump back on the train. And next thing you know, I had Lee, me, and you. We were the only features he had, Lee. When he asked you when was the last time you were down there, tell him 8 years ago. Oh, here it gets better. I would take a draw from him on Thursdays, and he would forget.
Wow.
And he would pay me on Saturdays. So in those days, it was a feature act. I was getting $250 for the weekend.
Right.
It was $50 a show. I would get him for $200 on Thursday night, plus the $250. So I'd get him for $450. So it became a little bit better. You follow me? It was still shit money, but it was better than nothing. You follow me?
Better than nothing.
Because he would forget to give you the draw from Thursday night. and you're doing the same. And I giggle, and I wasn't making fun of you. I was just giggling that you got La Jolla locked down.
Yeah.
You don't have to get on no plane. Everybody else is getting on a plane,
I love
carrying
it down
luggage. You get in your car on Thursdays. You got a place to stay. One
great.
way or another. You got. How's the condo look these days?
They just put Wi-Fi in it, so it's fantastic.
Come on.
Yep.
Wi-Fi. What else? New carpeting.
New carpeting, paint. It's great.
No rats.
No. You know what? They don't even. I guess somebody got sick or something. Like, you know, people would leave down like, you know what? Okay, Joey's coming in next week. Leave these beers in the fridge. We'll leave these chips here. They clean out everything now. Everything. So I was giving food to Don Carlos. I'm like, because we were watching the soccer game yesterday, and I go, just take it all. He goes, no, leave it for the comics next week. I go, they throw it all out.
I'm embarrassed. I know nothing about the soccer. I know Germany played Argentina.
Oh, thank God it's over.
That's all I know.
It's over. Yeah, it was all right.
I don't know nothing about soccer. I don't know nothing. It's amazing how this country came in waves. When I was in grammar school and high school, soccer still wasn't popularized in the East Coast. Some Spanish guys played it.
Right.
When I was a kid. Some former Spanish people played it.
Right.
I didn't know they were Mexicans. I just knew that on Sundays at Hudson County Park and some of the parks, some brown motherfuckers would get together and kick a ball around. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Right.
And then now, everybody's doing it, Well, for years people did, like Rod Stewart's a big soccer player. All those musicians, if you know anything about them,
all
they're
those
big
British
soccer
guys. And
So I don't know this shit. I just picked it up later. So it's not that I don't like soccer. It's that I wasn't in that culture.
right.
When I was a kid, some kids had a skateboard. That's it. There wasn't a skateboarding culture when I was growing up.
Right.
You didn't have to wear a hat bebopped up and have shorts on with knee pads and a tattoo.
Right.
All you needed when I was growing up was a skateboard and a motherfucking hill. And you
And
had
that was it.
action, and that was it. Now there's a culture.
Yeah, everything's like a lifestyle.
Everything's a lifestyle, so that was the difference. So I don't want, when I make stupid soccer comments, it's not because I'm saying it's stupid. I don't really know soccer. That lifestyle wasn't, we had tennis.
Right.
That's as far out as North Bergen Highway. We had fucking tennis.
Right.
That was it. What are you, fucking nuts or what, Lee? Lee, look at you. Stoned to the Gazilda Heights on a Monday morning. Who's better than you? If you're not fucking high by 10 o'clock, go fuck yourself. It's Monday, July 14th. What are you going to do? You going to listen to him? Oh, Joey, I got to piss in the cup. Fuck you. It's communism. Get the fuck up, cocksucker. What's up? What's up here, Lee? Look at you sack of shit.
Oh, my goodness.
On love all weekend. What are you going to go home and do now? You going to go nap, cocksucker?
Oh,
You got to get back all those loads you shot. How many loads you shot this weekend?
more than enough.
You're out of fucking Jew loads.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, I'm going to probably go to sleep for a little bit, but then go work out.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
What's going on today, Jew?
That's about it, man.
What do you got tonight?
Nothing. Rick and I are doing his later this week. And yeah, that's about it. I'm super high right now.
You didn't go see any movies this weekend? You're supposed to be on tap. You're supposed to. What kind of foods did you eat this weekend? What kind of diet foods did you eat?
Well, we actually did pretty good.
Talk to
We
no desserts?
No, we had a dessert last night on the anniversary, and I had the one cheat. Okay, I got two cheats. One, I got a swirl at the beach, small swirl, but I'm almost embarrassed to admit this, but we had a little bit of a weekend off. Have you guys tried a cronut yet?
Yes.
It's a croissant donut, and I had one, but it was the most delicious thing I've ever. Like, it was
What
amazing.
flavor did you have?
It's just like glazed donut flavor. But we did pretty good. We had one slice of pizza. But we went to the gym every day.
You can have a slice of pizza with a salad.
Yeah.
People don't know pizza's not bad.
Yeah.
It's 13 pizzas
Fuck yeah.
with wings and dressing from fucking pizza.
Yeah,
That's
portion
what fucking,
control.
that'll kill you.
Yeah, that's
But Weight Watchers pizza's great.
Yeah.
Pizza's like for a cheese pizza, like not even a marguerite. There's nothing there. I know it's not gluten,
Right.
whatever the fuck it is, but a slice of pizza with a fucking salad.
isn't bad. But I talked to you on at the gym on Friday, I think, and we forced ourselves to go, so at least we did that, and you can maintain at least if you go to the gym. But then we went to Thai food, which was pretty good. And then last night there's I don't think it's a French place. It's just like a place in downtown LA called Perch. We got some steak. It was delicious.
Did it come in? Because when there was a place I used to go to on the East Coast where the steak came with not a pastry on it, like at a French place.
Okay.
It was like a light pastry with cheese inside, like a light sauce, like a Guarani cheese, whatever the fuck that word is. I don't know nothing about words. But it was fucking pretty good. A little steak with no fat on it, wrapped by a little pastry. That's the way
I've never tried that.
I'm not big on it. I don't know, but I know that I've had that before.
Yeah.
It's funny how when I first met Simeone, Steve was hanging out with Diaz, doing sets with Diaz, and we went to Vegas with Jim Norton and Bobby Lee. A lot of people know us. And Steve and Andrew were trying to really get me to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand why. I couldn't understand why. And guys, I had grown up in a gym. I had always loved the gym. I understood the gym. I understood what the gym was for.
Yeah.
And then in high school, I started getting success at the gym. I started building mass. Some people could go to a gym for 6 weeks and get a vein on their arm and a bicep, and people come up to you and go, "Bro, are you lifting?" And some people, it's in your DNA, it's in your genes. It's just the way your body adjusts. So I knew from early on, playing basketball, from doing 5 sets of 12 curls, that my body reacted to it. So I did well with it. And then I lifted in high school. I got a little big, and then when I went to Colorado, the guys I lived with every night, those guys didn't believe in the TV. Like, it was just amazing. Like, they got home from fucking work, ate dinner,
went to the gym,
sat around, smoked joints. No, these guys built the squat rack in the house. They had everything made from wood and metal.
Wow.
Lat machines, squat racks. They didn't believe in gyms or nothing. And downstairs, they had a bag of fucking weed, and they rolled joints, and they would go downstairs, put on Black Sabbath, and just lift weights. And they do all the strength exercises, benching and cleans and all that shit.
Yeah.
So you couldn't sit upstairs where they didn't have a TV. They had a stereo with milk cartons to sit on and curls of all different weights.
Wow.
So when you sat down, you didn't really sit down. While you were having a conversation, you were still working out. Those were the people I lived with.
Wow.
So I lived with them for a while. Then when I lived with Jimmy, me and Jimmy moved out. Jimmy and me put a punching bag on the balcony. So there was no excuses of going to the gym. 30 minutes before you watch TV, you went out there, you put your mitts on, you stretch, and you hit the bag, and you do push-ups. So I had been brought up in that mentality.
Yeah.
And even when I went to Jersey, all those guys do blow and shit, but they're at the fucking gym.
Yeah.
And they go to the gym. I'm gonna do arms.
Yeah.
They do arms 4 days a week. They go to the gym. They do 3 sets of curls,
So true.
2 sets of sit-ups. Then they make a phone call. We gotta go. I got things to do. But they go do arms. The point of the story is that even at an early age, I knew that when I was a thief and I was making plats, you gotta think, how are we gonna make money this weekend? I don't know. Give me an hour. That hour was me with Pearl Jam, I don't know, Def Leppard on, in a gym with those cement weights with the rubber around them.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those weights that you filled up with cement? So they were rubber.
Oh, yeah.
And cement was in them. And they told you it was 30 pounds. It could be anything.
No.
It could be anything. And I remember just doing bench presses, bent over rows, one-arm pulls, upright rows, all the strength exercise, curls, reverse curls, pull-ups off the bench, and I would do that 4 days a week. But that hour and a half was spent in plotting.
Yes.
Which I was plotting my next move, plotting how I was going to break into this house, plotting who I was going to use, what weapons, what vehicles I need, what tools I would need, who I would need. Same thing applied. So all those years, I stopped doing all that shit. And it was you and Andrew who slowly, and Chrissy.
Oh, yeah, she was a sweetheart.
Chrissy she worked at the Gay Golds.
Yep.
On Gower.
Yep.
The real flaming, where a lot of flaming men hang out.
Really?
And Dice would go there.
Yep.
She would make Dice go there. So she's the first person that pulled me aside. And she goes, I'm moving to New York, but I had to do something. I got you a year's pass. So you have a year of no excuses.
Wow,
And I
that's
felt
great.
so touched. I remember her saying, Joe, you got to run, you got to walk, you got to do all these things.
Yeah.
And for a couple minutes, I was kind of mad at that.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this bitch telling me what to do.
Yeah.
But then, before I choked her, I realized where she was coming from
Nothing but love.
and how much she cared. And at first, I would go in there and do it. And then I remembered again what it was for. I remembered what the gym was for. It wasn't to lose weight. It wasn't to get healthy. It was for my naga.
Yep.
But instead now of planning to rob somebody and planning on stealing from somebody and planning on how I was going to do drugs on Friday, I was writing a joke. I was making my plan. Well, if I book a movie and I put out a special, it's a 1-2 punch. So I was planning my life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said to you, you have no idea the benefits of exercise. It's not just to help you lose weight. It's to give you an hour. That hour is so, I can't pay you for that hour.
Yeah, the best ideas
People
come
can't
through.
pay you for that hour. I'm telling you right now, when you were editing, think about it. If you just edited and you had that night job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your thought process is when you're driving home on the 405.
Hell yeah.
Along with, I hope this motherfucker's not closed.
Right.
I hope that my exit. I hope there's no fucking traffic. I hope there's soda at the house. I hope that I don't. You know what I'm saying? I hope there's a parking spot.
Yeah, a million different things.
I'm not talking about getting in your car and going, I left the phone in the car. I'm not even fucking, like, I worry now when I go to the wine out, it's so hot. You ever get in your car and you leave your phone in there and your phone's too hot to
Sizzled.
operate?
Yeah, it overheats.
You know, it overheats and shit. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That hour in there belongs to me. If you go in there and you really bang it out for an hour and 15 minutes, no talking, you know that guy that comes up to you, how are you? Great.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I went in for this out there. Listen,
Good
I don't know
line.
nothing. That's why I always got earphones on. I don't
Yeah.
know nothing at the gym.
Yep.
Don't even think about it. If you come up to me, you go, hey, how was the movie? Black people? And so you know that I don't even know. I'm just going to throw a reaction at you that's going to be so
That makes
far
no
out
sense.
there, you're just going to keep fucking walking. There's a guy at the old Y, the Y in Sunset.
In Hollywood.
That's an old guy. He's 94. This guy can't wait to tell you he's 94 and what he eats for breakfast.
Yeah.
And how his wife died 4 years ago. God bless her soul. And next thing you know, you're 30 minutes into this ear beating.
Yeah.
He's been there since 6, trying to do one set of lap machine. But he's just ruining people's workouts. This is his social calendar.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart of a guy. I'm not saying nothing bad about this guy. I don't even know what his name is. I'm not making up a character. There's really a guy at the Hollywood Y that's got to be 94, 95. And in the middle of your workout, he'll come up to you, take his shirt off, and flex for you and everything. With his little wings and shit, the fat hanging off his biceps. Guy looks amazing. If I look like him at 95, God bless. But once he tells you the story one time, like the first time you humor him, but every time you're about to put your glove on, right when you put the one thing on your one ear and you're about to put the other one on, he would start another 15-minute story.
Oh, boy.
I've been here since 1954. Did I tell you about that? I built the extension here with my heart, and he'll just go. And next thing you know, you're 35 minutes in, you didn't do your workout.
Yeah.
You didn't do your fucking workout. You know, now you're behind the 8 ball, so either you stay and do your workout or you take an ear beating from your wife or girlfriend because dinner was going to be made at 7. Now it's 7:45. It's amazing. That's why when I go to I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Excuse me, do you know the yoga classes? And your mother's asshole. I don't know nothing. Don't even ask me. This ain't no social activity. This is work. You want to talk? Fucking get on the chat room.
Yeah, right.
The fuck, Syatt? You ready for another arm?
No, thank you.
You ready for another arm? Look at you. You ain't even that high, Lee.
I'm pretty high.
This is nothing. These are 10 milligrams.
That's not true.
Look at read the box. These are the baby ones.
That's not a baby one.
These are the baby ones.
Well, you give me the red one. Maybe the red one was bigger.
No. The green one, the red one is weaker. I'll give you a little piece of the green one just to get the party started. So we're at the South Point.
Can't wait.
You know, it's funny because I'm not a big Vegas guy. The last 7 years, I've probably done Vegas with Rogan just because it makes my life easier. I don't really want to stay in Vegas for 4 fucking days.
Oh,
and
no.
Get stabbed with a fucking sword. Is this an earthquake again? You know,
Need the trash
I used to do all those rooms in Vegas, all of them. That. What's the one? Excalibur. That's where Catch a
yeah.
Rising Star was. I did the Riviera. That's a fucking nightmare. That's a fucking nightmare, dog. The Riviera.
I did that once.
When you walk in there, it's 1969,
Oh.
70. It even smells like 1970. When you walk in the rooms, you can still smell high karate. Like old cologne and shit. It's fucking
That's
crazy.
hysterical.
It really is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then you get on stage. Like they used to have a midnight dirty show.
Oh,
And you could tell these people don't know anything about what dirty comedy is. The only thing they know dirty is their life. You could see them sitting there like with the oxygen sucked up. And you're telling them jokes, and they're thinking about how they're going to pay their mortgage and how they're going to get another $1,000 to come back to Vegas and win back the $20,000 they lost. You could tell as you're telling them
So
jokes.
sad.
If you've ever been there, if your face has ever been there, you could tell where the fuck they've been just by when you're telling them jokes. You're like they're numb, they're fucking numb. So I'm happy. South Point Casino is not on the Strip,
Good.
and what they do is they've made it very hip. They do a dirty show on Friday night, and all the comics from all the clubs. So any comedian that's at any club will be there at 12:30 because they serve like dollar drinks or something like that. Steve's and I shows at 7:30
Okay.
on Friday night. It's early. We're out there by 9.
That's great.
There's a movie theater at the hotel. We go to the movies.
I would love
I
that.
heard they got a great fucking buffet. Somebody told me they got a seafood buffet.
Oh, I'm in
Seafood
for that.
Something. So listen, man. Like I said, I'm not a big Vegas guy. I know we can't get high in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. They don't like that.
They don't like that, but we'll fucking eat edibles. How's that?
I'll
Let's
eat
get
the
fucked up.
buffet.
If you're not doing shit, let's get fucked up. Let's go to Vegas and walk around. Who you kid? You go to strip clubs and shit when you go to Vegas,
No.
Steve Simeone? You stay in your room?
Yeah.
I don't go to strip
I
clubs.
do nothing in Vegas. I crank up the air conditioning, I watch cable, and I eat.
I went to a strip club one time when I used to be with the gambling guys. And I would come in for 2 days and always go to a strip club. And I told you I would go to the strip club with these guys, and every time a chick would bend over, I'd fart. That's how mature I was. Every time a chick would bend over, I'd make like a noise, like "Weow, weow." I'd make like a fucked up noise, and the chick would come over to me and ask me how old I was and stuff. And I'd get the fuck out of there. That's how immature I was. This had to be 20 years ago. Yeah. 92, 93, 90.
It's hysterical.
Every time she'd bend over, there was a good song on. I'd do like, woo! You know, and she would look at me like, you're fucking an idiot, you know that? Oh, fuck. When you bend over, if you make that noise, they go fucking bananas. I don't give a fuck, Lee. What do I give a fuck about it? It's Monday. It's July 14th. How you gonna fucking lay judgment on me, bitch? Be a fucking American. There's Mexican kids in a bus on a border town right now waiting to sneak in this motherfucker. Just waiting to sling some dick. Can you imagine the mentality on those buses? You come into the United States, you're like, I'm 14 years old. I can't wait to get a white chick. I'm gonna fuck her in the eyeball and make my mother proud. Shit. I'm gonna sneak over this border. I'm gonna start impregnating white bitches. That's all those little Mexican cocksuckers from Honduras. That's all they're thinking about, those little cocksuckers on the bus.
Those Mexican cocksuckers from Honduras.
Whatever the fuck they are. They're on that bus thinking about how they're going to come in here and get some fat white chick with blonde hair and big feet. With fucked up nail polish on their toes. You know when they haven't nail polish their toes in weeks and it falls off. But the cum on the toes holds on to that last lack of fucking sun. Wait till those Mexican kids on that bus rubbing their hands right now going, we can't wait to get up there and get some fucking dumb white chicks impregnated. It's all over. There'll be brown kids running all over the fucking streets of Marietta.
Marietta.
Wherever the fuck they're going. No, this is a crisis. Well, at least that's what they call it. Obama's looking for billions from Capitol Hill. They don't want to give the money for Mexican kids. It's over, cocksuckers. Get your kids, you better hug them, because these Mexican kids, they ain't fucking around, these Spanish kids. If you think your kids were getting bit slapped before and bullied and called little faggots, Give them 2 years because these Mexican kids are hungry. They don't know nothing about oatmeal. These kids don't know nothing until 6 o'clock.
They don't know nothing about oatmeal.
They don't know nothing about oatmeal. They think they get up to oatmeal and love and hugs and shit. And we love you. And here's a fucking nature bar for fucking lunchtime. And here's a cell phone. These motherfuckers are still communicating with a knife. You understand? But they just shove it in your fucking heart, and it's a conduit. That's all they're doing. The fuck do they know? They walk through a desert, don't they? Half of them are walking through a fucking desert, and meanwhile your kids got water in a fucking knapsack. I'm going to my friends to play video games. Wait till these kids take these video games and shove them up your kids' fucking asses, these little faggots that we're creating. Here's a wake-up call for America. Your kids are getting bullied. Wait till they start getting bit slapped now. Because what they're going to do is they're going to take these kids. Some church or what's happening now is going to pick these little fuckers up. And after 6 months, they're going to unleash them on society. You think I'm fucking kidding you. What do you think they're going to do with them? That's the same thing they did with the Cubans. Cubans came in 79. Marielitos, those motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers were crazy. They gave all the jails. The United States was like, we'll take them. Really? The Catholic Youth Administration, we'll take them. But I was like, really? Wait till you see wait till you get a load of me. Wait till you get a load of what I'm fucking sending you. I'm sending you fucking drips and drabs. People who wouldn't even think twice about taking your fucking life. I've had them in a cell for 8 years with no clothes on. They got a shit in the middle of a fucking floor, and you got to make it to the hole. You got to make it to the hole every fucking day and shit in the middle. You think they're worried about fucking stabbing you in the neck in some fucking mall in America because they got a black security guard that's fat and has got like a bicycle to chase you with? Those Cuban kids will eat those security guards for fucking lunch. And that was 1979. Wait till you see what these new little Mexican fucking spics have coming up. Wait till you see what these little fucking savages, because that's what they are, the little apocalyptos that nobody knows about. This is Apocalypto. You know Mel Gibson, Apocalypto? Remember they were stabbing each other? You never saw that movie?
I never saw that movie.
It's Mexicans 3D. That's what Apocalypto was. Was it not Mexicans 3D? It was Mexicans shrunken down to 3'8", and they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. It's just a nation of apocalyptos. It's like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm fucking so high right now, it doesn't even matter. Anyway, my point being that these kids aren't choir boys. These kids didn't just sit there. There's more to this fucking story. And some Americans are pissed off. Me, bro, let them in. What are you going to do? We're going to let them in anyway. You're going to jump up and down. You got more bigger fucking problems. Who's going to pay your credit card bills this year? Right or wrong? You worried about some kids at the border jumping up and down? Who the fuck is going to pay for your kids' braces? Who's going to pay for the vacation? You know you're 6 months away from sitting across on the table with your family, eating fucking a turkey, telling lies, right? You're 6 months away from it's already fucking July, bitch. In 6 months, you'll be giving fucking Paula a Christmas present, telling her and the mother how you love them, how they changed your life with Mexican food. This fucking guy. These kids ain't fucking around. They ain't at some border right now thinking how they're going to come up here and they're going to get a job and America's beautiful. They're thinking about how they're going to fuck some shit up. Half of them are M13 motherfuckers. They're not fucking around, guys. So I hope that you know what we're getting involved in here. Know the animal you're dealing with. Pretty soon you're going to have 13 kids living at your house, Lee. No. Because her cousins are coming. Those are Paula's cousins that are coming. You know that, right? A cousin's going to show up any day and call you primo and hug you. Next thing you know, he'll be driving your car, wearing your fucking green little sweater, living on your couch. Next thing you know, you'll be sleeping on your floor, and he'll be fucking bitches on your bed. How you going to act then? Oh, that'd be terrible. And he'll be 16. What are you going to do then? 16, slinging more dick than you at 20-7. Get it together, Lee. That's what I'm saying to you. Eat this fucking edible. That's it. We're going deep. Let's eat some more fucking edibles. What else, Lee? What else is going on in your world, cocksucker, over there?
I'm going to go see Fluffy's movie premiere tomorrow night.
Come on.
Yeah.
What time?
I think it's like 7 o'clock or
Where
something.
Where at?
Down in Long Beach.
It's in Long Beach.
Yeah.
At his house?
He's doing it at like his local movie theater, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I can't wait.
Good for Fluffy. And the movie gets released next Friday.
Yeah, the 25th.
You know, man, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
He's the best,
and
right?
let me tell you something else. This isn't a guy that has been sitting on his fucking laurels. He is promoting the shit out of this movie. This guy's just flying into cities, popping up with a bag of M&Ms and a big dick. He don't give a fuck. and a bag of tacos. He's got little Mexican blind kids chasing him. Touch me. Touch me. Right or wrong. You think I'm fucking with you. When you know Fluffy, seriously. And in the world of comedians, man, there's nobody I think deserves it more. There's nobody who's helped more comedians. I think there's nobody who's paid more people's rent.
That's true.
Than Fluffy. And I wish him the best. I mean, listen, guys, I always know, I talked to him through Martine.
Yeah, Martine's awesome.
And the regular person would get mad. I don't get mad because no matter what I ask Martin about Fluffy, he always gets back to me. I did not ask Fluffy to be on my podcast. I swear to my mother's grave at all. Me and Martin talk once a week about this or that. And one day he called out of the blue and he goes, "Hey man, what are you guys doing this week? Fluffy would love to do your podcast." And my heart hit my fucking knees because I know that he was doing, I heard he fucking killed it on Jimmy Fallon the other night.
Really?
That's what I heard too, yeah.
Killed it on Chelsea. I mean, he's been on every media circuit trying to promote this movie.
Yep.
And we also had the pleasure of having him in here. He didn't judge us. He didn't. So if you're listening to this podcast, I want you to do me a personal favor. I ask you guys for a lot of things. Please go see this movie. Please go see this movie for the struggle. Because if you support this guy, whatever they charge you, $12, that's an investment in you for your fucking struggle. I'm telling you, this is how the struggle starts. You might only have $20 on Friday, and it's going to last you the weekend. Invest that $12 in Fluffy. This show is here because of Fluffy.
Yeah.
Because Fluffy gave me a bloggy. And I did not want to make this bloggy go to waste. People kept giving me cameras, and I kept throwing them in drawers. Mm-hmm. And Fluffy's energy just gave me that bloggy. I said, I have to do something with it. And 2 days later, Fucko called me on Facebook. And next thing you know, we had a family and a team.
It's amazing.
And that's what I'm talking about, energy. If you want to be a comedian, a writer, a painter, if you want to become a fag artist and go to Starbucks and lie to people, whatever your journey wants to be, start with this movie. Because this guy paid his dues. Like I said, I remember being on a Southwest flight with him, asleep on Debbie Gutierrez's tits. Me on one tit and him on the other after a long night of fucking drinking. And this is 17 years ago.
Wow.
When he was basically a kid. He was basically a fucking kid. He adjusted. He became a man in front of our eyes. So I'm very proud of Fluffy. I'm very proud of what he's done. I'm proud of this movie for him.
Man, me too. I can't wait.
You going, cocksucker?
Fuck yeah.
You taking Paula?
Yeah, and then he's gonna be in LA like right around Christmas time. So I want to go to that.
We're gonna get you tickets because that's how you roll. Lee.
Oh shit.
I love you, Lee. Look at you, been making it happen.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You got some sun.
Yeah.
So what's your goal? How many pounds you gonna lose?
I'd like to lose 100, but it was funny when you were talking about being a headliner, but not being a headliner. Our buddy Agostino did a funny joke last time I saw him about how when you lose a little bit of weight, you feel like you've lost like all of it. So like I lost 15, and I'm like, oh, why aren't people saying so? I'm like, oh, because I got fucking 80 more to go. But it's it's been going good so far.
Look the shape, Pete.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with this fucking hobo?
He's the best.
What am I gonna do with this fucking guy? Look, he's in love. He's been with her for a year.
Yeah.
He's getting, you never got a constant little monkey for a year straight before, did you?
No.
It was the first time in your 26 fucking year extension that you've been getting that little monkey a year straight. You were fucking around here and there.
Yeah.
Ashley still call you?
Yeah, she texted me last week, I think.
What'd you tell that dirty bitch? Take your magic elsewhere with that little dirty pussy.
Take your magic elsewhere.
No.
Take that fucking dirty pussy and go take it elsewhere. When you had your chance to give it to me, you played games. Now you want to text me. Fuck you. Is that what you tell her?
Yeah, pretty much.
Does she still have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
And she won't let you gotta just, next time she texts you, just bluntly say, come down and suck my dick. And take your chance, see what happens. It's not like you're saying it to her, you're texting it
Yes,
to her.
it is.
No, you're texting it to her, so she'll never really know. She'll call you back days later and go, Lee, yeah, Dad called you and I got a text from you to suck my dick. What was that about? And you're gonna go, what are you talking about?
Oh, Joey got my phone.
Oh, fucking Joey, that fucking dummy. But if not, you should just see what happens. See if she'll go, I've been waiting all my life to suck that little fucking Jew helmet. I want to get some fucking...
That would be amazing if that was the
Well,
answer
fucking
people
right
gave.
now, text her. I say, come down and suck my dick for breakfast.
For breakfast.
Jesus is serving nuts. Go ahead, Lee. What the fuck?
What? No.
Go ahead, just goof on it. Come on, Lee. Just for us. Text her, Lee. Just text her. Come down and suck my dick. Jesus is serving hot syrup and pancakes. Go ahead. Fuck it. What the fuck here? Anyway, here's what we're doing right now. It's Monday, July 14th. Lee's all fucked up again. He doesn't want to text this girl by mistake. It's a mistake.
By mistake?
That's all you got to put. Just right now, out of the blue. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. She's expecting a text that says, it's a beautiful day to be alive. Jesus loves you. You hit her right between the eyes with, come over and suck my dick. And watch what she'll say. Let's just, go ahead.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
No, it's a great idea. Because she's either going to text you back and go, fuck you, or what are you talking about? And even then, you're going to make believe you don't know. You're going to make believe. You're not going to hit it right back. Because you're going to make, you were sleeping. What are you talking about? Why did I get this text message from you? Because you text messaged me to come over and suck your dick. And make it more dirty. Come over, suck my dick, lick my asshole, squeeze lemon juice in my asshole, you know. What the fuck? Nobody's got... You ever have lemon juice in your asshole?
No.
Tremendous. Little paper cut and some lemon juice in your asshole.
That's the worst.
It's Monday morning.
Where do you come up with that stuff?
I don't come up with it nowhere. These are things I've done over the fucking years, you know. You gotta do this type
A
of shit.
paper cut and squeeze a lemon.
Sure, why not? What do you want to do? You want to show up and what? Just finger bang them to death and love them? What the fuck? You want to go a little crazy from time to time. Anyway, On It. On It is not just a supplement company. They're a fucking make you a lot better of a human being company. That's what they do. From Alpha Brain to Shroom Tech to Strong Bone, everything they have to offer is superb fucking ingredients. They believe in their product so much, as far as Alpha Brain is concerned, that the first time you order, if you're not happy with it, they'll give you 100% money back guarantee. You do not even have to return the product. You could do the whole fucking month supply and then say, you know what? I don't fucking like this shit. Nothing fucking happened. Give me my fucking money. And bang, you got a cut check right to your fucking house a week later. Go to onit.com. Read about their products. Read about what they got. Read about what their fucking mission is. Guaranteed that your dick will get hard. Start small. Go with Shroom Tech. Whether you're a runner, a walker, you go to ballet, you suck dick marathons, whatever the fuck you do, you want energy, you want more endurance, those fucking mushrooms will give them to you. Try Shrooms Tech Sport. Try small. Take an hour before you work out and get back to me. I'm not saying you're going to be jumping up and down, throwing kicks and flying through a fucking wall. I'm just saying when you walk out, you're going to go, wow. I did that for 8 more minutes tonight. Wow, I did that for 10 more minutes tonight. And in my book, that's what fucking matters, because by pushing, you get more for your bang. Go to onit.com. Go to joeydiaz.net. Look at the tour schedule. Look at patches. Look at the T-shirts. Forget all that shit. Go to the On It box on my page and press
Church.
CHURCH. Get 10% off. Plus, you're on the list. Plus, they got Stay On It program, which you don't have to fucking reorder every month. You just give me a credit card and bang! On the first, they're like the government with the welfare check. You got your check like a Puerto Rican. Fucking Tuesday, you're all alpha brained out, snorting alpha brains, hanging out with your friends. Number 2, HuluPlus.com. You can watch current shows, Scandal, The Daily Show, Modern Family, all your fucking favorites. And I'm talking about episodes that are fucking matter. If you got a streaming device, boom, you can watch this. A phone, a Roku, a TV, a fucking iPad, whatever the fuck you got that's streaming, HuluPlus.com will make it come through for you. You understand me? I'm a little stoned this morning. I'm sorry. I'm slow with the fucking stutter this morning, and Lee ain't helping me out. Whether you got an Apple TV, an Xbox, a PlayStation, Hulu Plus works on fucking everything. Go to HuluPlus.com. See what shows they have available. I would love to sit here and tell you I watch Hulu Plus all the time, but I don't. You know who does? My wife. She gets the most out of her fucking money. $7.99 a month. What? $7.99 a month. What? $7.99 a month. Plus, I give you 2 weeks for free, cocksucker. On the arm. That's how we roll here on the church and what's happening now. 2 weeks gratis. Who gives you that? Who tells you come eat donuts for 2 weeks and then we'll give you fucking a donut every day? Nobody. That's how much we know you're going to fall in love with Hulu fucking Plus. Go to HuluPlus.com right now or go to the box on my webpage and press
Joey,
Joey, and get your fucking 2 weeks off for free. Boom, 2 weeks free. Boom, 2 weeks. You can sit there, smoke a bazooka, get a feather, tickle your asshole, and binge watch as many episodes as you want. And after that, if you don't like Hulu Plus, get back to me. I guarantee you're going to have a good time. Also, again, this is the one I'm sick of. Dollar Shave Club. Why are we having this conversation? Why are we having this conversation? You want to look sharp. You want to get your dick sucked. Your hair's got to be nice. You're shaved, tucked. You see these fucking morons? They got goatees, their eyebrows, they got wax on their head. You don't need that shit. You know what you need? Dollar Shave Club. It shaves your nutsack, your asshole, your face. They got the fucking handy wipes. What do you call them?
the One Wipe Charlies.
One Wipe Charlies that smell like peppermint. You know, it's hot out, it's humid. You don't want to take a shower, but you want your balls to smell fresh. Right before you go into the bar, you take a One Wipe Charlie out and you wipe each nut. You know when you're in there? You know when that makes you feel like confidence? How you going to talk to a woman if your balls smell like ass? How you going to talk to a woman if she can't gargle on your fucking nut helmet? Why would you talk to a woman and waste your fucking time? Your dick smells. You got to go home and go to the bathroom, make believe you got to feed the cat. Fuck all that shit. DollarShaveClub.com. That's the way to go. From razors, listen, they send you 4 cartridges a month, 2 blades or single blades. If you do $9 a month, they send you the aloe strip. If you do $6 a month, they send you the 2 blades. If you do $1 a month, they send you the single blade. It's still a high quality fucking razor. Plus you get the One Wipe Charlies. Let me get some water here. I'm dying of fucking, you see I'm dying, I'm in a drought here. Next thing you know, I'm gonna see fucking flies.
I think we're out. Yeah, let's.
We're out of waters?
Yeah,
What the fuck, Lee? You're slipping, cockstar. I got some more waters today. Besides, you've been eating ass all weekend. Next thing you know, I'm spitting seeds. Anyway, DollarShaveClub.com for all your fucking shaving needs if you want to look good, smell good, and just be good. Also, my favorite motherfuckers, Jeremy at EscapePodTank.com. Listen, go look at the Just the Tank model. You get $150 off. If you mention us, you get $250 off. But the beauty about fucking Escape Pod Tank, deprivation tax, is financing is available. You know how good that is? You know how good that is? You can pay $10, $20, $30 a month, and you can float, you can smoke weed, you can throw a chick down there, lock her in there, and just keep her until you decide what you want to do with the motherfucker. Sometimes you got to stab him. Sometimes you got to let him bleed out. Whatever the fuck you want to do. EscapePodTank.com. Right now, tremendous numbers. Go to EscapePodTank.com. Look at their tanks, whether you want it for industrial, residential. See what's cracking. Maybe you want to have one in your garage. Call Jeremy at the 800 number. He'll simplify it for you. Simple rates. You get $250 off just for mentioning the church. All right? Who's better than us? That's how you do a fucking advertising right there. Because I want you people to fucking connect. What is it, Lee? We ready for the next batch of Gummy Bears, or you done for the day?
Oh, gosh.
You ready? What do you want?
I hope I'm done for the day.
You want the arm? You want the head? What do you want?
No, I'm good.
No, you got to eat something before we will sit here until 6 o'clock tonight until we eat something. Today we're going deep. Steve Simone's here. How you not going to go deep? I'm gonna do what? You got nothing going on the rest of the day? Look at the shape.
Not now.
Not now. That's right. Not now. So, and not never. You have nothing going on until Tuesday at 10 in the morning.
Okay.
What do you want to eat? You want the leg? You want the arm? You want the wing?
Surprise me.
No, I'm not going to do that to you. I love you too much. It's
pretty
Monday.
good.
I want you to fucking stick to the exercise program. So what else is next with my man Steve Simone? No baloney on Monday morning. I'm trying to get you guys pumped up today. I don't want no fucking drama. You understand me? Either you're going to be a headliner in life or you're going to be a fucking punk. What do you want to do?
I'm going to headline on
That's right. What do you want to do, cocksucker? You want to be headliners. You got to put your time in. You got to cut your toenails. You got to wash your nuts. You got to look sharp. Your shoes got to be fucking shined. You got to have a sense of humor. You got to go up there, ha, ha, ha. I don't want you to be a fag and be somebody you're not. I want you to be you. It's Monday, July 14th. You know what I'm saying, Steve?
It's a great day to be alive.
Sorry to interrupt you, brother. What's happening?
We got the CD coming out. We're going to Vegas with you. I'm finally going to Toronto. Got new episodes of Good Times coming out. Everything's coming together. I'm almost done with my first
Now,
script.
Good Times. How many fucking times do you release that a month?
One every Sunday night. So once a week.
That's good. They get it Sunday night, Monday morning. They wake up and boom,
Yep, there it is.
there you are and shit like that. You're a good dude, man. I know you're a long fucking time. It's amazing that a lot of the people that are coming in here, from Hen, Brent Ernst, even Lee, you know, you've been with the girl now for a year. I'm watching you grow up in front of me. It's amazing to think that you're stuck and then you see the people around you, whether it's Gabriel. You know, I've been out here for 17, 18 years, so I've watched these guys come out here, you know, bushy-eyed and scared the same way I felt, you know.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you that I don't know. Were you ever scared, Steve? Have you been scared a lot since you've been here?
Out here? Yeah, I was scared in the sense where I thought I was wasting my life. You know, like, oh, what am I doing?
And what do you do to justify that feeling?
Well, for me, everything comes back to my faith. That's it. And then I would just see if this was God's will, and if it is, then he's going to get me through it. And if not, something better's out there. So I would just, you know, try to connect with God and see if this is what he wants.
You go to church yesterday?
Yeah.
How many times?
I went to confession on Saturday and Mass on Sunday morning.
Did you tell him you hung out with this fucking Christ
I
kid?
pray for everybody.
Did you
Come
pray
on.
for you pray for Lee? You say
Of
he's
course.
Jewish God, but you cut him a fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Please.
He's from the other side, God, but cut him some. He ain't from the other side. Fuck those Taliban. He's a good guy. He's
Fuck
Jewish.
those Taliban.
Fuck those Taliban. The Jews are all right. You know what I'm saying? He's all right. He's got a couple dollars hidden under his mattress. That's it. We gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm happy you showed up this morning.
I'm happy you asked.
Now you're gonna go work a little bit.
Yep.
And then I'm going into Vegas on Thursday. You'll be in there on Friday.
Yep.
I'm gonna do MMA Junkie on Friday.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
Doing some TV on Friday.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you know how we do it though. You gotta keep fucking moving.
Yep.
That's what these people at home and people who listen to the podcast, that's the big secret right there that nobody fucking tells you about. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep believing.
Yep.
On every fucking level. Who gives a fuck? You know, man, I was telling Lee and Ralphie last week that
Ralphie May?
Ralphie May
I
was
love
here
that dude.
Thursday night. And I was telling Lee the one day, you know, I was torturing Lee about how much, you know, that Lee doesn't do much at 25, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I left here and I was like, Lee has it more together at 25 than I even, not right now. Look at him right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Right now, he'll let me stick a
Not at
plunge-
the moment.
He'll let me stick a plunger up his ass right now. But I'm talking about as a human being. I mean, you know how many times at 40 I would already have called Lee to cancel this podcast because I was coked up the night before. You know how many times Lee would have already been in here 10 times and I wouldn't have showed up or called you. By 6:30 you would have known I wasn't showing up. At the age of 40. At 25, you couldn't depend on me. I get pissed that people didn't help me at the age of 25, like a lot of people didn't help me. Why would you want to help me? I wasn't going to show up. All I did was $20 in my pocket and a piece of pussy in your world did not mean anything to me. And that's not a way to live. You know, that was no way for me to live as a human being. You've never had that problem at 25. Neither does D'Agostino. That's what I was saying.
He's a great kid, too.
These guys, you're halfway there when you're 25. And I know you must sit there a lot of times like, I'm doing a fucking podcast. What's this going to equate to? And then I called you the other day and told you that I did a podcast somewhere else and how good of a job you were doing. You have this. You have to put this on paper now on a resume and tell people there's a way to do a podcast and there's a way to do a podcast. If you want to do it that way, be my guest. I'm going to save you 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm saving you 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time doing segments. You're wasting your time editing it. You're wasting your time adding music to it. These people want the full patois.
Yep.
But people won't know that until we did.
Yeah.
Like, we found out. How you going to fucking release a podcast Friday night at 6 o'clock at night? By that time, your mind is dead.
Yeah.
People want to hear you when they're fresh. People, you know, there's so many levels of this. We don't actually think that we're doing something with our lives. But as long as we keep doing what we're doing, we're getting better at what we're doing.
It's true.
It doesn't fucking matter. Experience always adds up. So keep that in mind. I was telling Lee how much more together he had it. How much more You know, like just at 25, I was about to go to prison.
Yeah.
I didn't have what Lee had. I wouldn't have gone to prison if I had what Lee had.
Right.
You know, I had believed a different type of society, you know. So it's just really good to be here with you fucking young cocksuckers. Representing. If you're at home, man, and you're sitting there confused, you know, I answer fucking 60 emails lately. And yesterday, and 30 of them were about drugs, and 20 of them were about confusion. Confusion, being scared. 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Fucking 16-year-old kid. He's going to college. His mother, he wants to be in a band. We're all fucking confused, and we all know the answer. You want to be in a band? Tell your fucking mom you want to be in a fucking band, and you'll go to college part-time until you figure out what you're going to do.
Yeah, you can do it.
You can't tell your mom no, but you can work a fucking compromise. And you know, emails like that. So I love when I get emails like that, and I love the emails about addiction and all that stuff. But we'll be back Wednesday. I'm doing the Fight Companion Wednesday night with Rogan. So I don't even know if we're doing a church on Wednesday. We might just do one Thursday morning before I fucking leave for Vegas. And that's basically it, cocksuckers. I love you guys. I want to thank Onnit. I want to thank HuluPlus.com. I want to thank Dollar Shave Club and Escape Pod Tank for making it happen for us. They got a tremendous product. Go fucking check them out and give them a chance and see what they're about. I want to thank my main brother, Steve Boogaloo Simeone, one of the baddest fucking guineas out here, slinging dick, taking names with no drama. He's not part of the Funny Italians organization or the bad fucking Italian tour.
Oh, God,
you know, the Oregano comedy tour. He's slinging dick on his own tour. And that's why I love this motherfucker. And to my main man, Lee Syatt, with his fucking green shirt today, looking stoned to the fucking gazilles. But most of you guys for giving us a chance. I know today's podcast is a little fucked up, but hey, it's fucking Monday, cocksucker. We're here. The Mexicans are out there. You hear this guy? Right now, he's on the phone with a fucking little Mexican dude in Honduras. And they're getting 20 more fucking these loan blowers. And these motherfuckers, in 1 month, you're going to hear loan blowers as a symphony. You understand me? Give me some music, cocksucker. Let's end this podcast. I love you guys. Stay black. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Now that the show's over, don't forget to sign up for your free trial of Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus lets you binge on thousands of hit shows anytime, anywhere on your TV, PC, smartphone, or tablet. Support this podcast and get an extended free trial of Hulu Plus when you go to huluplus.com/Joey or go to joeydiaz.net and click on the Hulu Plus banner. Don't forget to sign up for dollarshaveclub.com. Get a high-quality razor sent to your door every month for a fraction of what you pay at retail. Now, go to dollarshaveclub.com/church or just go to joeydiaz.net and click on the Dollar Shave Club banner. Go to onnit.com and use code word church to get 10% off. And go to escapepodtank.net and get $250 off of sensory deprivation tanks when you mention Joey Diaz.